V of BTS and the moments that keep captivating ARMY throughout the BTS tour. There is one name that has frequently come up in conversations among ARMY throughout the BTS tour. It is not just because his visuals always steal the spotlight, but because whenever he is on stage, he seems to possess a natural ability to shift the atmosphere in a split second. This is Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS. In this article, K-pop News explores why Taehyung's presence so often commands attention, even when he isn't doing anything particularly extravagant. Hello ARMY around the world. Welcome back to K-pop News. If you have been following BTS's journey from city to city, you have likely realized that every concert brings a unique story. There are impressive vocal performances, spontaneous interactions with the audience, banter with fellow members, and even subtle expressions that suddenly become hot topics on social media. Yet, amidst all these moments, Taehyung consistently manages to leave a powerful impression. The BTS tour is far more than just a series of ordinary concerts. Each stadium has its own atmosphere, every audience brings a different energy, and every night can produce completely unexpected moments. In such an environment, a performer needs more than just singing ability. They must be able to command the stage, convey emotion, communicate with the audience, and forge a genuine connection, even across the vast distance between the stage and the stands. Taehyung possesses a highly distinctive stage presence. One of his greatest strengths is undoubtedly his vocal timbre. His voice, low, deep, warm, and rich in character, stands out instantly, even when blended with the voices of the other 6 BTS members. When that voice resonates through a massive stadium sound system, it adds a unique texture to BTS's overall performance. However, Taehyung's appeal extends beyond his voice. In fact, one of the things that keeps fans captivated is his ability to convey emotion through his facial expressions. A glance toward the audience, a faint smile, a shift in expression upon hearing the roar of ARMY, or a simple gesture while interacting with fellow members. Any of these can transform into a hot topic of conversation long after the concert ends. Such moments might seem trivial when they last only a few seconds. Yet for ARMY, whether watching live or via fan recordings, these instances can hold profound significance. Fan cameras capture the action, video clips are shared, photos begin to circulate, and before long, a fleeting moment from the stage is trending across various social media platforms. This is one reason why Taehyung remains a frequent topic of conversation after concerts. While the show technically concludes when the final song ends and the stage lights dim, the experience is far from over for the fans. The moments they captured live on through photos, videos, fan cams, edits, and reshared posts. Sometimes, a vocal performance takes center stage. At other times, it is Taehyung's facial expressions that send fans into a frenzy. Occasionally, his interactions with Jungkook, J-Hope, RM, Jin, Suga, or Jimin become the most widely shared highlights. Even a split-second, spontaneous reaction can become a fan favorite. This phenomenon demonstrates that a performer's appeal isn't always defined by grand spectacles. Sometimes, a person's mere presence is enough to draw the focus of both cameras and the audience. Taehyung possesses exactly that kind of presence. When he appears on the stadium's giant screens, attention instantly shifts to him. When he begins to sing, fans immediately recognize his distinctive vocal tone. When he smiles or reacts spontaneously, fan cameras spring into action. And once the concert is over, those moments resurface across social media. This is what fans often call the Taehyung effect, an informal term describing how his presence amplifies the attention a moment receives. Of course, this term is neither an official record nor an industry statistic. However, as an illustration of fan enthusiasm, this phenomenon demonstrates just how powerful Taehyung's appeal is to ARMY. Interestingly, Taehyung does not always have to do something spectacular to create a memorable moment. In fact, his spontaneity is part of what makes him so captivating. Fans never quite know what to expect when Taehyung is on stage. He might deliver powerful vocals. He might suddenly burst out laughing at something another member did. Perhaps he greets ARMY in an unexpected way. Or maybe it is just a fleeting expression caught on camera that goes viral. That unpredictability is one of the greatest draws of a BTS concert. Every night holds the possibility of creating a new story. And this is where the BTS tour journey becomes even more compelling. BTS is not defined by just one member. The group consists of 7 individuals, each with their own distinct personality, vocal timbre, stage presence, and strengths. RM possesses leadership qualities and powerful rapping skills. Jin has a unique vocal tone and charm. Suga is known for his rapping ability and musicality. J-Hope radiates immense stage energy. Jimin has a distinctive vocal style and performance flair. Jungkook is recognized for his vocal prowess and versatile performance abilities. Meanwhile, Taehyung brings a highly recognizable vocal tone, expressive nature, and stage persona. It is precisely these differences that make the 7 of them so strong. Taehyung does not need to steal the spotlight from the other members to prove his influence. He commands his own space within the BTS show. When the members perform together, their individual qualities complement one another. Yet, when the spotlight turns to Taehyung, his unique character shines through instantly. That is why even a small moment from him can be so memorable. Imagine a stadium packed with tens of thousands of ARMY. The lights dim, the roar of the crowd intensifies, and then Taehyung's face appears on the big screen. In mere seconds, the atmosphere shifts. Screams grow louder, cameras zoom in on his reaction, and the audience waits in anticipation of what comes next. It isn't always a grand event. Sometimes it is just a smile. Sometimes a gaze. Sometimes a single sentence. Sometimes just a line from a song. But when that moment feels genuine and spontaneous, fans remember it. That is the power of a performer capable of forging a connection with the audience. Throughout the tour, every city offers Taehyung a new opportunity to reveal a different side of himself. There were stages charged with the audience's high energy. There were nights when the atmosphere felt more emotional. And there were moments when the interactions between BTS members had the entire stadium laughing. All of this became part of the journey that ARMY took home with them through their own recordings. After the concert, social media became an extension of the stage. Their short videos began to surface. The best photos were shared. Fan cams were edited into brief clips. Fans discussed the vocal performances, stage presence, expressions, and interactions they had witnessed firsthand. And once again, Taehyung was often at the center of those conversations. However, a distinction must be made when discussing claims that Taehyung set a record as the standout vocalist of the tour. Without official data from the organizers or credible statistical sources, such claims should be understood as a reflection of fan enthusiasm and popularity, rather than an official record. That is precisely what makes this story so compelling. Because a performer's impact cannot always be measured by a single number. Not everything can be quantified by view counts. Not everything can be determined by the number of posts. And not every precious moment can be translated into statistics. There is something harder to measure: an artist's ability to make people remember a specific night long after they have left the stadium. An extraordinary performance doesn't end when the music stops. It lives on through the stories fans share, the photos they save, the videos they watch repeatedly, and the comments posted hours after the concert. Even days later, a moment lasting only a few seconds can resurface and bring a smile to an ARMY's face. Taehyung possesses the ability to create such moments. And this journey is far from over. There are more stages to come, more cities to visit, thousands, even millions, of eyes waiting for BTS to perform again. Every time the stadium lights dim, that sense of anticipation returns. So, ARMY, stay tuned for the latest updates on BTS's journey with K-pop news. After all, who knows? On the next stage, Taehyung might once again create a small moment that becomes a massive talking point across the globe. Until that moment arrives, one thing is certain: the BTS story continues to unfold, and the next chapter is waiting to be written.